The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this SmartWriterr customer-only training webinar. In this live webinar, I'm going to be going in step by step to show you exactly how to use the SmartWriterr app to its fullest potential. We'll go into in-depth and I'll also show you how you can grow your business using the application at your disposal right now. That being said, one important thing that always comes across, and that is, how do you use SmartWriterr and what is it? Like, let's assume you just started using it. How do you go about using it? So what the application is it's a ready to go AI backed and AI powered script writer and a content creator. Okay, and the idea is that you pick a bunch of templates and then you can actually start quickly and easily creating scripts that you can use for videos, that you can use, for example, for emails, that you can use, for example, for marketing stuff like articles, or for example, you can use it for different ways because content can be created in multiple ways, right? And can be used for multiple purposes. The goal is, okay, when we begin this application, we need to come up with the end goal in mind, okay? What that means is that the application allows you to create all kinds of scripts, all kinds of articles, all kinds of content. What do you do with it? That's what you got to plan out. And here's what I propose to you, and that's what we're going to be sharing with you today. Because see, if you wanted to use your own business, right, and you go in, and I'm going to show you how to use the application. So you go in, you click new script, and then you start creating scripts, and I'll go through that in just a second. But if you start doing that, what are you going to do for your own business purposes? You're just going to have a bunch of articles or content, but you're just sitting there doing nothing because you need to have a business. Like, let's say, for example, you might need to have your own product or a service, right? And then you need to also, on top of that, not just have a product and a service, you need to also go a step further than that. And maybe you need to even, for example, have a sales system or a way to generate revenue, right? And you need to have a system for distribution, delivery of that service, of that product, or employees, and all that stuff, right? You need to have maybe employees. So the problem is, if you're trying to use this for your own business, and this is another thing that I want to mention here, is if you're trying to use it for your own business, you're going to have all these expenses, right? I put up dollar signs here that you got to go through. So rather than that, what if we can create this content for an actual business which already has all this stuff, right? They just, instead of them spending this money which they already have set up, you provide this as a service, like content creation, copywriting, and this kind of stuff as a service to businesses where you can grow their business and that sort of thing and get paid for this service. That's a lot better proposition, if you will, right? That's much more easier, that's much more doable, that's much more palatable, right? Which means you don't have to set up a product or service of your own. You don't have to do any revenue generation of your own, delivery, distribution, employee management, all that stuff. So we're going to be talking about this today. How do we get clients and all that good stuff? So let's go from the very beginning here, okay? And I'm going to assume you haven't even used the application, so let's go from the very beginning. The first step when it comes to SmartWriterr is we want to start off with these steps here, okay? And I'm going to walk you through which ones are important for you to begin. The first thing that you need to focus on is this setup right here, which is the new script, okay? This is the step where you can actually start creating your scripts or your articles, your content, copywriting. This could be emails, it could be anything, right? And I'm going to walk you through some examples here. The next thing is you have presets. This is where you can set a bunch of pre-existing templates of your own, meaning you have an existing example of an email swipe or an email autoresponder sequence, stuff like that, right? So you can set that up here. And then you have a team. So if you want to, add members to your team so they can manage things and use for clients. If you want a virtual workers, you get the idea. You can do that stuff here as well under that team account setup. Now, of course, there's some other bonuses and all this other stuff here. And of course, the other part being the training element here. I'm going to walk you through the training aspect here real quick, and then I'm going to run into some stuff that's not covered in the training itself. So let's go to the training section here. And of course, you have a whole bunch of training on exactly what you need to do. So as you can see, there's a walkthrough training, then how to create a sub-user account. And then also there's a training on some of the other applications that are built in, such as, for example, the designer and all that stuff. So now, when you go through walkthrough training, you're gonna get like a basic idea of what you need to do, how do you set it up, what are some use cases to do, and that sort of thing. My goal is to go beyond this training video today. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on the basics on what to do, but more importantly, what is the end result. How do you generate revenue as quickly as possible with what you're trying to do, right? Because otherwise, if I just cover what's already in the training video, you might as well just go watch this, right? So the idea is, it's very simple, okay? I'm gonna simplify this stuff for you. The idea is that we get started, okay? And this is important, right? And we get started specifically, right? And this is very, very important, by the way. And I'm seeing some questions on this as well for those folks who are here. Is the main point, and this is something you gotta all do, is make sure that you get started with this new script section, okay? That's the first step that we need to go to. So let's go click on that new script, okay? Now, when you click on new script, here's what's gonna happen. It's gonna ask us enter script name, okay? And then it's gonna say select script category. I'm gonna run through every one of them, okay? Script name. So what is the end goal? So this is why I was trying to explain to you, we wanna get started on what industry that we wanted to go to, right? So for example, if this was for, if you're a real estate agency, right? So it's for a real estate brokerage or a real estate agent or whatever, right? So this was in the real estate market. So meaning you're creating scripts or, for example, articles or content or copywriting or whatever the case might be in the real estate space, you can write that name. And the beauty is, here's the thing, you don't have to rely on the templates, whether it's in or not. I'm going to show you that. You can modify existing templates to suit your industry. Okay, I'll show you that because I don't want to just show you what's in here, but what are the flexibilities that are available for you. Okay, so now let me show you that. Okay, and you can type in the chat box some industries that you want me to go through today. If I get some time, I'll run through them and show you some examples. If not right now, again, towards the end of the webinar, I'll do that. So you can type in some industries you want me to go through. I see some self-help, I see coaching, education industry. Okay, cool. So, all right. So now if you go in and let's just type in real estate as the script name, right? And then what are we trying to achieve here, right? What are we really aiming for? Like, what are we trying to achieve here? So here we have sales letter, calls to action, Facebook ad scripts, Instagram ads, email campaigns, done for you headlines, webinars, upsells, opt-in pages. So you get the idea. There's tons and tons and tons of stuff, right? Case studies, cover letters, resume writing, press releases, right? PowerPoint presentations, invitation cards. You get the idea here. There's tons of stuff that you can utilize here to your heart's desire. What I'm going to be focusing on today, though, is, again, as I said, you can create all kinds of content. It's up to you. You can use your creativity here. You can use what, makes sense for you. But what I wanted to kind of talk about is a real estate, agent. What would they really think about, right? What would work for them? Well, cold calling scripts would be a good one, right? That they can use. Email campaigns could be a good one if they are having a bunch of leads that they're generating, and then they can use that. Maybe they have, for example, Facebook ads that they're doing or press releases, something like that would be relevant, right? So what I'm going to do now, or even webinars, right? If they wanted webinars to sell their products, or in this case, a real estate agent would do showings, right, as a live call because of virtual places that we are in, right? All virtual learning and virtual meetings and everything that are happening, just like what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is cold calling scripts. Okay, so now this is B2B real estate industry cold calling scripts. You see this? I have this, so I can click on this as well. Now again, don't worry when you don't see a script, like you're in education industry and you don't see a script. I'll show you how to modify them. No, don't worry. Okay, so click on real estate industry cold calling scripts, click next, and now check this out. Okay, customize the script, step number 2. Okay, so now this is where I want you to pay attention. Even if you don't have some of the scripts in your account, don't worry about that. The goal here is, how do we modify what is already existing in the system, and how can we use that, okay, so that we can actually work on towards that. Okay, so here's where I want you to pay close attention to. So we have the real estate name. Do you want to put a preset? Okay, basically, if this is a preset that you generated ahead of time, this could be some stuff that is already set up by you, like a company name or any other details that might be available throughout the process, right? So now I'm going to leave it as blank, generate from, and then caller name. So this would be the caller name. So this could be the real estate agent. So let's say the real estate person's name is Bob Smith, right? And Bob Smith is the real estate agent that I'm creating the script for. Then what we can do is the company name. So let's say this is a company name is, for example, ABC Real Estate, right? I'm just going to put some dummy name for now. Receiver name. So this is the person that is going to receive that phone call. Okay, is that cool? So receiver name. So this will be a person who will receive that phone call. Who would that be? So let's say we are doing Jenny Crawford, right? Let's say I'm just going to make up some name here, but Jenny Crawford, she's the one who's going to be receiving this phone call from Bob to sell real estate industry, right? Related, so houses, maybe selling commercial real estate, leasing, renting, whatever the case might be. Like create script. So now watch this. The whole script is created for us. Now here's the thing. Every single element is editable. So look at this. Hi, this is Bob Smith from ABC Real Estate. My company currently has buyers looking for a home in area neighborhood. So let's say this area is New York, for example, Buffalo, right? Neighborhood, right? Or Buffalo, New York, whatever works, right? So and you can say that. And then tell me, are you considering selling your home now or in the near future? Now this is cold lead where you're calling some other company and then you get a whole bunch of ideas here. What I want you to pay close attention though, and today I'm going to show you, even if you don't have these scripts, how I'm going to be giving you thousands and thousands of such scripts anyway. So don't worry, you're never going to run short of the amount of scripts that you can do, okay? So would you want me to show you how to do that? Again, I'll show you how to get access to thousands of these scripts across different industries that is being used right now by all the professionals. So I'll show you that. So don't worry about the script idea. If you don't lag them or you don't have enough, doesn't matter. I'm going to show you how you can get access to thousands of them. So don't worry about that. What I want you to pay close attention to, however, is what's happening here. You see these highlighter stuff? This is what you set in the previous step that is fully customizable by you. So here's another example, right? Hi, Jenny Crawford. This is Bob from ABC. I made the mission to help blah, blah, blah by this date. And then I want to get you an ideal home. This could be for if I'm going to change this, right? So imagine this. If I want to change this, I want you to find your ideal rental accommodation. We can change that pretty easy, right? And there's a whole built-in editor and all that stuff. So you have different variations of it and you can change them over and you can download the script as a PDF or the TXT file. So pay close attention here. I can do that here as well. Now where this shines, however, is that's just the start. See, I'm seeing a lot of you talking about education, coaching, and all that stuff. So once I've done, I can go into the Actions tab right here. Once I'm happy with the changes that I made, I can go to the Actions tab right here and I can rebuild the script. So meaning you can do stuff and recreate stuff and it's going to rebuild it. Or you can click on the save changes like I'm doing right now, and it's going to save the changes over. And then now this has been saved as a project. So when I go into my scripts later on, this is how it's going to appear. So go to my scripts, boom, you see this? We have all this stuff like so. So we have all the scripts that we have. So the real estate one I just created is also here. Now, where this application really shines is not just in the scripts, but even sales letters and all these other elements that you have here. So for example, if I wanted to do a sales letter for a company like a software company, right? So let's say you're doing software company, and then you want to create a sales page for how it would help their business or whatever, right? So in this case, let's say that software company is in here. You see the software angle. You can do that as well. So this could be a software, it could be e-commerce. You can do different industries. Okay. So click on software angle, and it's going to ask you for software company name. So I'm going to say ABC Software Company. And then here again, we can go back product owner name. So this would be, say, let's say again, Adam New, whatever you want to put, right? Adam New or whatever the name is, right? Adam Newman. Let's say that's his name. So we want to put Adam Newman's name here and product name and that sort of thing. So now we can go and click create script. And then now there you go. Pretty awesome, right? See what's happening here. Watch carefully, okay? And again, I want to make this point here. So watch this part very, very carefully. So you see how I have the whole sales letter written for me with actual placeholders. You see, brand new system, blah, blah, blah. And then this is the software that is helping you out, proof, and all that stuff. And every element is editable by you. You see this? All these elements. And you see this highlighted text. All you have to do is change the name. And if I put that name in the previous step, it gets replaced here. So let's say the product name was ABC software or whatever, it gets edited here across all these places. You see that, right? And then again, you can go download the script as a PDF, as a text file, and that sort of thing. The other cool way you can use this, go to new script again, and you see all these stuff with just opt-in pages text, upsells text, but also ads, okay? So one of the cool ways you can do this for, again, email campaigns is something you can do it for as well. Like for example, you go to email campaigns and do follow-up emails for something, or webinar emails. Let's say you're doing webinars, or you're doing cart abandonment, or whatever you want. Let's say you're doing a webinar and then you're doing it for a coaching business, because I'm seeing a lot of people saying coaching webinar, let's say, or life coach, or you're like an educator, or whatever the case might be. And then you have your name here. You can put your name, the name that you're going to be sending the name. So let's say you want to put, let's say I'm going to just put some names here, and then we can go that way. So let's say the sender is meaning you. In this case, you put your name here, Bob Smith, company name ABC, company, right? You can put any company here, by the way. Company website. So this will be the website that will do. So let's say ABC company website.com, whatever, right? And then you can put your phone number here. So what happens is when you click create script, I'll show you, automatically the subject lines are created. Automatically, as you can see here, the you have all this stuff written down. You just have to change the customer name details, your name slightly, and if you put that earlier, it's going to be changed as well. And then you have the whole email written down. Okay, super easy, super fast, nothing really magical in terms of hard, like it's not really that hard for you to do, right? You can go back here, and another cool thing that you can do is, let's say Facebook ads, right? Let's say you want to add it for Facebook ads and you want to do it for an e-commerce business, right? So you want to do it for e-commerce business, and then you have like e-commerce, Shopify, and dating, relationship, beauty, and all whatever. So let's go to e-commerce as an example. Go to e-commerce, and then we have this stuff right here. You see website URL, company name, product name, and stuff. So let's say we are selling, I don't know, let's say we are selling golf, right, related stuff, right, golf balls or whatever, right? We can put that name here. Or what if you're selling, say, for instance, dog beds, let's say, whatever. And then you click on it and click create script. Automatically, it's gonna put all these 8 Facebook ads which are proven to convert, like minimalistic and timeless watches. Now you would change that minimalistic and timeless dog beds from this. Find your favorite right now. You see my point? You can change these little elements here that's pre-written for you by professionals, and you get different variations of it, and you can just go download and put the PDF and TXT. Right now, pretty easy, right? Nothing really complex about it to start creating your own content, whether that be articles, whether it's emails, whether it's sales pages or sales letters and all that stuff. But okay, that sounds great. I got the idea here. You might be wondering, how do I actually generate revenue from it, right? Like I can create these scripts and all that stuff. That's all great, but how do I generate revenue? So this is where I'm coming into the picture, and I wanted to help you out today to have a path to succeed, right? Which is you gotta be able to sell this, right, to clients, right? Whether it's e-commerce businesses, whether it's for example, chiropractors, dentists, lawyers, accountants, whether it is e-commerce businesses, right, like e-com, whether it is, for example, real estate, whatever it might be, and I'll show you an example, real estate and all that stuff. So my question to you is, if today I gave you, right, hundreds and hundreds and countless, if you will, even thousands of clients who would be interested in basically the service that you're offering of content creation, whether it's blog posts, articles, emails, whether it is, for example, if you go a little bit deeper, whether it is, for example, cold calling scripts or whatever it might be, like a copywriter even. Don't you agree with me? Like if you had, let's say, 1,000 such leads that I gave you just in the next couple of days or even less, and show you what to do with them, right? Don't you agree with me that even if you get just a few of them to say yes or no in complete automation, don't worry, I'll show you how to do that, it will make a big difference for you, right? Typing yes in chat box, like if you know, okay, you have these people who are interested in this service, you know that they're gonna pay money, and on top of that, you get them on a consistent basis, not just 1,000, but thousands in a consistent basis, it'll be a big difference maker for you, right? Now, let me go a step further than that, and let me actually show you as well how we can really delve into this deeper, okay? Because I'm going to show you the free ways to do it right away on this webinar, and you have a pathway to succeed and all that good stuff. But hear me out here. What if you have me and my team help you one-on-one, right? One-on-one on Skype throughout this whole process on how to get the clients, how to close the clients, how do you actually, once you get the client, how do you get them to pay you a month after month. And we only get paid if you get results, if you get success, and you can pay for it using the profits that you generate. If you do not make a profit, we don't want a single penny from you. Would that be fair? Just type in yes in chat box. Would that be fair for the first time ever, where actually you have somebody coach you who's interested in your success, is dedicated in getting you results, and that motivation of that person is actually in line with your actual motivation of getting your results, right? Meaning my neck is online and my team's neck is online, basically to get you a profit, because otherwise we don't get paid a single penny. So it's like, think of it this way. Let's put it simply, right? So let's say, for example, you wanted to lose weight, right? Let's say you wanted to lose weight and you want to look really, really great. What's the secret? What every Hollywood actor or somebody who looks great, they all have a personal trainer, right? Like a personal coach or whatever. And they all go through this where that person has studied, that person is really good at what they do. And then they go through the meal plans. They're going to motivate that person, that Hollywood star, to succeed and that sort of thing. And then every single day that person is accountable for that Hollywood star to look like $1 million, right? So they get paid a lot of money. Now that sounds great, right? The Hollywood star in about 3 months to 6 months, they get a transformation, they look great. Now, why aren't you doing it when you know that's the secret to success? Well, it's expensive, right? Like if you look at it, it's going to cost $75 to $100 an hour minimum, and it can be a lot more, just for somebody to go in, look into your diet, your body or whatever, and see what foods you need to eat, what diet to maintain, and all that stuff, right? And if that same person came to you, it's going to cost you at least $5,000 or more in about a 3-month period. And that's just the start, right? It could be a lot more with the diet, the stuff you might need, and all that stuff. On the other hand, if that person came to you and said, look, I'm going to allow you to lose weight, okay? And I'm going to allow you to be in the best shape possible in 3 months or whatever, 1 month or whatever it might be. And you only pay me if I get you that into the dream shape. If not, no worries, I don't want a single penny. That person will be working really hard to get your results, right? And you'll be motivated as well, because the other person is actually getting paid only when they can get you in the best shape possible. This is what I'm trying to explain to you, okay? And this works so well is because when the other person is confident that they can get your results, it's much more easier to offer something like this, right? So this is what I'm going to be talking about today, because see, I can give you the leads. See, we can go back and we can discuss this, where I can give you these thousands and thousands of leads, and I'll show you how to get them today, okay? And I'm going to show you the free ways and how to do this in different ways. But the thing is, once you get these leads, you're going to be stuck still, right? Like how are you going to deal? Like some 10 clients come to you and say, I want, for example, copywriting assistance for my sales page or for my e-commerce business or for my real estate business or whatever the case is. You're going to be stuck and you don't know what to do next, because oftentimes we freeze, right? Because we have no experience on it. It's a new thing for us. You show me how to do it 2 or 3 times, very easy to learn thereafter, right? So this is what I want to talk to you about today, okay? Again, as I said, the goal is to ensure that you get the clients to sell this as a service. We can offer them copywriting services, email services. You can even, for example, you can even do some video type of service. I'll show you how you can convert this stuff that you see right here. Okay, you see this company name or whatever, right? This stuff right here, or even if you go into even more detail, and I'll show you this step by step, where they go back to my scripts. Remember that real estate script that I created for you today, right? What if we can have this stuff right here that you see, right? Which is Bob Smith here, right? And we could actually have, this is Jenny Crawford here, right? What if we can create specialized automation so that instead of cold calling Jenny, we actually reach her. In this case, the real estate agent will reach her automatically, right? Without any actual work, without any mumbo jumbo, no copy and paste, nothing. You actually reach. I'll show you that. You'll be blown away when you see it with through automation. So that means Bob here, right, which was a real estate agent as an example, he doesn't need to work very hard to get Jenny as a client, because he would be possibly getting thousands of potential clients that he can reach in an automated way. I'm going to show you both ways so you have a pathway to succeed, okay? So don't worry about that. Now, to begin with, let's talk about how we could get these clients, okay? Because that's very important, right? Because if there was a low-hanging fruit, like I can show you right now, where you go in, and I'll show you that right now, where you go in right away, and you go in and you basically go into new script right now, and then you put webinar success script. Let's say, I'm just going to make it up, but let's say, and you go in, you create this, right? And you actually go into this Google AdWords or Facebook ads or whatever this is, right? One of these, or email campaigns, right? Let's say any one of these, right, that you can do. Okay, so let's say email campaigns or Facebook ads or Google ads, whatever. You choose one of these and you change a few things, and you can start getting paid $50 for each of these things that took you like a couple of minutes, or $100, even more every month. I'll show you that right now, okay, step by step, how we can do that, how we can utilize some secret platforms where there are actually clients waiting for you to actually sell them this stuff, okay, and they'll pay you for it. So we'll go step by step on how to do this, how to basically maximize this process and all that good stuff today, so that there's nothing left for chance, nothing left to luck, and you're actually doing something that is proven to work, not just once, but again and again and again. So again, I'll show you the manual ways, I'll show you the automated ways, so you can pick. Automated is better because your emotions are not part of the equation. So let's go through it step by step. Let me show you. On Facebook, like what you see right now, okay, check this out. It is basically the ad buyer's job board. Okay, you can go to Facebook right now, into Facebook fan pages, right? You can just go in and search in Facebook ad buyer's job board. There are a few of them like this. There's also copywriter job board, for example, where people are posting like what you see right now on my screen. Okay, so let me actually show you this. Check this. Media buyer who's interested in e-commerce brands. We need people who will be creating Facebook ad, descriptions or actual stuff like Facebook ads you can create within SmartWriterr, for example, right? Stuff like this, okay? You understand what I'm saying? See how powerful that would be, right? So basically, as you can see here, they are looking for people to manage it. $500 a month, right? Posted just a few days ago. You could be one of these people, okay? And I'll show you how you can get more of these, but this is like literally something you can do right now. You can go in and you can go to this ad buyer's job board, okay? You can search for it in Facebook, or there's also copywriter job board, and you can do it. And there's another one. Here's another example where it's in Instagram, where you can actually post projects. Like you see this one Facebook ad campaign and one 7 days, whatever, and you can charge people money just for doing the stuff that I'm sharing with you right now. And the cool thing is, if you want to do additional stuff, you're going to do something called arbitrage, and I'm going to talk about this, which is basically buy low, sell high. So meaning you can get somebody right here to do a Facebook ad management while you just do the ads, which you can create a SmartWriterr, and you can charge somebody that $500 a month, while this person is only being $10 is what this person is charging you. Does that make sense? Like, let me walk you through this one more time so you understand this, okay? So it doesn't go out of your head. So now you're creating SmartWriterr stuff, right? You're creating, for example, using SmartWriterr, you're actually creating a bunch of Facebook ad content or Instagram ad content or articles or whatever. Now, sometimes what's going to happen is you're going to get big ticket clients come in and say, I'll pay you $500 a month, $800 a month, like the example I showed you. Can you also manage the ads accounts for me? Meaning not just create the ads, but you can manage it for me. There are people on Fiverr.com right now where you can pay them $10 and have them manage the end result for the client, and you pocket the $490 in profit every single month. You see, very, very powerful. I'm going to teach you the stuff as well as we go along, because that way you don't have to rely on just copywriting or just article writing or just some content creation, but you can go beyond that and get paid month after month after month. Now, of course, there are other things you can do as well. This is not just the only thing, but you see the value and the process of how to go about this, right? And how it can add up. You can do 490 times 12, that's $5,880 a year from that one client. You can do any amount of clients literally, right? And this can be utilized perfectly with SmartWriterr, because think of it this way, right? You go beyond just content creation, you go into other stuff that you can offer, and there are other people who fill in the gaps where you might not know what to do. Because see, I'm going to show you how to get all the clients in the world, right? I'm going to show you what to do, how to get that client to say yes, and I'm also going to show you how, I'm going to coach you, train you one-on-one every step of the way so that you get good to go. Now, here's another example. This is Cult of Copy job board. You can search on Facebook right now, actually, Cult of Copy job board, right? The what you see there. Look at this, 35 to 1,000 words, engaging, informative articles and blog posts, right? Flexible with niches, PM me with samples, right? That's it. You can have $35 you can make for 1,000 words that you can create with SmartWriterr right now by going into this Cult of Copy job board. Pretty awesome, right? Meaning you go in, you can join it. It's free to join. It doesn't cost you any money to join this Facebook group or Facebook pages. And this Cult of Copy job board, you can just type in anything with job board, you're going to find tons of them, but these are the two I use, okay? ad buyers job board, and cult of copy job board. Okay, here you can do copywriting services, stuff that you can create with SmartWriter. Here you can actually do article writing services, stuff you can do again with SmartWriter. Here you can actually do all this kind of stuff, and then it may take you a couple of minutes and start making money right away, meaning you can pay for the SmartWriter app that you invested right out of the gate doing this process. Okay, pretty awesome, right? You agree with me? Type in yes in the chat box if it's awesome, right? So you can do this stuff. There's nothing really complex about it, because all these people are doing here is that they are, in this case, Mandy, for example, her business needs more articles, more blog posts to grow, and you can help her with this process. Isn't that cool? And of course, if she needs thousands and stuff, and even stuff maybe SmartWriter doesn't have, you can actually do the arbitrage method I told you, which is to fill in the gaps where somebody writes the article for maybe $5, you can still give it and make $30 profit in this case, right? So that way you don't have to be stuck to automation alone. You can also do other cool stuff, right? Which is extremely, extremely powerful. Now, this is something you can join right now, and I encourage you to join it right now so that you can see what are the type of content-based jobs, stuff that SmartWriter can do, you can focus on. You see, because you might get overwhelmed, right? You don't know, should I create Facebook ad stuff? Should I create copywriting, sales letter type of stuff? Or should I focus on, for example, cold emails or cold approach, right? Cold scripts or whatever, like I showed you earlier on. Here, you'll know exactly what niches are doing well. You'll know exactly what people are paying, and you'll know exactly what niches and industries you need to focus your time on. Because when you know that, it becomes easy, right? You just go into the niche in SmartWriter, and then you go ahead and get that, right? Nothing really complex about it. Now, check this out. Who else wants SEO-friendly articles? It's an insane $50 for 1,000 words, right? This is another example. $50 for 1,000 words, stuff that you can create in 2 minutes with SmartWriter. You get my point? See how powerful that is, right? Just simple, straightforward stuff, nothing really complex about it. Now, why is it so easy? Well, it's because these are job boards where clients are posting because they urgently need somebody's assistance. The more urgent it is, the more they're going to pay you, right? Look at it. Look at the stuff here, right? Tons and tons of businesses looking for writers, copywriters, article writers, blog writers, ad writers, right? And this is another one, Amazon product description. When you go to the e-commerce niche in SmartWriter, powerful, right? When you go into that, you can use it and go get up and running right away. The cool thing is, again, there's another one, $40 for 1,000 words, informative articles, blog posts, experience in several industries. Here's another example. So you can do this stuff. Nothing is stopping you. You gotta, and if you get one of them, you more than paid for itself, right? Your SmartWriter is more than paid for itself for you. So this is the low-hanging fruit, as we like to call it, right? Where you can quickly make a few $100 or $200, $100, $500 here and there, right? Quickly get some revenue rolling. Now we can go a step further than this, okay? And we can actually offer more services, more stuff, and generate like thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars every month. The way you do it though is you increase the level of the services that you offer and go to the client directly. See, because let me explain to you, right? When you go in and you're trying to these Facebook groups, you're going to get results quickly. Yeah, that's all great. But you're going to be competing with a whole bunch of other people, right? You're going to be competing, for example, with 5, 10, 100 other people. And the same thing with Upwork, same thing with Fiverr, same thing with any freelancer website that you're familiar with. You're going to be competing with hundreds and hundreds of people, right? Don't you agree with me that eliminating the competition, where you go to the client directly before they even post on somewhere like this, and you fulfill a need for that client, then you can charge any amount of money and there's no competition to deal with, right? You agree with me on that? Because that is how you're going to be able to charge thousands of dollars every month. You don't want to compete with hundreds of other people. You don't want to compete with thousands. You don't even want to compete with 5 other people. It's just not a good way to be able to charge more money, okay? So the secret is we go to the client before they actually post in a platform like this, before they actually go into a Fiverr or Upwork searching for a solution. You go to them directly, okay? You go to the decision maker of that company which has this need, and you offer it directly. This way, what happens is, and if you do it in an autopilot fashion, and like I'm going to be showing you, what's going to happen is that person, that business, was automatically going to be like, oh wow, I didn't know I needed this, but yeah, it sounds good. And this person has approached me, this follow up with me, right? You can follow up, right? They followed up with me. So now I'm going to be interested to at least give them a try, especially if you have a good, for example, proposition. Like, for example, you could be either creating articles for $40 per article. for 1,000 words, or you can be offering the whole content management for a company and charge $2,000 a month, for example, or $1,500 per month. You get my point, right? You can do up to that level when you actually go directly to that client. That's the secret. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, but that's the secret, right? And the best way to utilize this, and not just now, but for the long run, is to be able to consistently be able to do this in a way that you can actually start getting results. So now, today, what I'm going to be showing you is a secret strategy that works extremely well right now, okay? And if you have an open mind, it's going to make a lot of difference for you and for your business and all that kind of stuff, okay? So let me show you something real quick, okay? So it will drive home this point a lot more in depth, right, in detail and that sort of thing. So check this out. This is my Upwork.com account, right? So I hired somebody who I paid $93.75 an hour, right? And I paid this person $129,734.64, as you can see here, and this person over the last few months, right? Now, what happened here, and this is something I kind of wanted to explain to you, and I'll show you how much money I made for this task as well, okay? So what happened? Okay, let's walk through this process. So why would I be so crazy to spend $129,000? I would not just go crazy and do that. So what happened is I created, just like how you would go about, you go to the job boards or you go into any one of these clients. And I even went to some clients directly, like I'll show you right now. The client told me, look, it's great. You can create content for me, articles for me. You can create blog posts for me. You can create ads for me. But I'm not interested in that right now. We're actually looking for editing our platform, making our platform a little bit better so that our backend dashboard, this is a real estate company, by the way, our backend dashboard needs a little bit of development and management and modifying. So I went to Upwork.com and I hired somebody with that skill set that would solve that problem for that client, okay? So in this case, in a few months that I helped out this company, I paid this person 126,000, as you can see, $129,734.64. Now, here is something I want you to pay close attention to. So this right here, for that 129,000, I made $723,224.63, just slightly under that in this account called Payoneer.com. Now, this is my actual Payoneer account. That, by the way, it's not like a fake screenshot or whatever. Payoneer is like PayPal, but it's used a lot for getting paid by clients, invoices. If a client doesn't have a PayPal account, you can use Payoneer to send them an invoice. They can pay with credit card, bank transfer, wire, or whatever, and it manages it. And I can actually right now withdraw this amount if I wanted to, right? And look at it, just do some simple math, $723,224.63, and then let's just do 224 to round it off to make it simple, and subtract that by like that 130,000 or whatever I spent for that business. It's well over, if you do simple math, right, $500,000 or more in profit. So see, this is how you can go into the next level, okay? This is how you think bigger. This is how you go to the next level, which is, even if a client says, no, look, I'm interested in articles. Okay, fine. I paid you $50 for that article. I'm interested in this. But if you can solve this other problem for me, I'm going to pay you a ton more money, right? Does that make sense? If you solve this other problem for me, I can pay you this much. So you become the go-to person and you offer them a service that they need, but for a higher price point, and you bring somebody else in to help you out. And there are millions of people worldwide who can help you out for this. And this is the secret though. I'm not actually even paying that person who actually did that service here for this client until, right? Until the client paid me first, okay? This is what we like to call service arbitrage, right? Where somebody else is doing the service, the client is paying me, and I'm profiting in the middle. Does that make sense? So this is how I want you to look at it, and this is how I want you to approach your business, and this is how you can think bigger, right? So this right here, as an example, makes a profit about like $590,000 just doing this simple process that I'm showing you right now. And you can do this across different industries. You can do this across different platforms. And the beauty is this can be automated as well, okay? And I'll show you how to do this, how do we can automate it and all that. Now, the best way to automate this, where you get the client automatically, you actually onboard that client, meaning you actually get them to invoice, you send an invoice, they'll pay you in your Payoneer or whatever you want, Stripe, PayPal, wherever you want to get paid, and be able to provide this where not just content writing services or copywriting services that, for example, that you can do with SmartWriterr, but go beyond that, right? Well, for that, unfortunately, up until today, right, the only way to do it, you got to have different apps to do this, right? You need an app called Rocket Reach. Rocket Reach, basically what it does is gives you a whole bunch of clients that you can market to, right? So these are all the big businesses like real estate companies or whatever that you can offer a service, any service, right? And that costs about $3,588 a year. Like if you wanted to go and get that, it's going to cost you that. Then another platform to make sure that you do the onboarding process, meaning when you're actually approaching businesses who don't even know they might need your service at that point in time, because all numbers game, you paid a company called Vidyard $5,000 a year to get started. It's a starting price, meaning that's how it costs, right? Then you have a company called MailRush, which sends actual emails, right, that will hit the inbox of that particular business. And not only hit the inbox, but those businesses will be like, okay, cool, this person is offering me this service. I need this service right now. Therefore, I'm interested, okay? And then there's another application called Lusha, which you can do, and don't worry, if you're confused with this stuff, I'll get into detail. But Lusha, for example, will figure out if that business owner is actually in business right now, if that business owner is actually actively looking to pay money for a certain service or certain product and that sort of thing. And finally, the third thing that it does, it actually figures out if that email or that business even exists to begin with, right? Because people change, like a decision maker, somebody who's a vice president of a company may not be available anymore, right, in that company. So that's going to cost you like $13,340 to automate this process. And you need to automate this process because if you don't, think of it this way, you just might go in and you'll be like, okay, you go for 5 businesses and job boards and all the other places. If you get rejected by a few, you'd get disheartened, right? On the other hand, in that same job board, let me put it this way, right? And wherever, you could get 1,000 businesses that you can automatically say, hey, look, I'm interested in offering this service to you. Then don't you think it's a numbers game at the end of the day, where you just go to the clients who already need that service, you offer it to them. It's up to them to say yes or no. If they say yes, great. If they don't say yes, it's even better because you can move on to who says yes, right? So that means it's a numbers game where you got the clients and you just offer them a service that they would have paid somebody else anyways. Isn't that cool? That will be a lot more powerful than just offering article writing services and all that stuff, right? So instead of you paying $13,340, I'm going to eliminate that completely for you today, okay? So that there's no need for you to pay any yearly fees, monthly fees, or weekly fees, or any recurring fees or anything like that. So you can use the same high-level services like this one without having to pay any of this high-level fees. Because the problem is, what I'm going to be showing you and what I'm showing you right now, of actually profiting very, very heavily, like a high profit margin system that you can set up, it all relies on automation, right? At the end of the day, if you're not going to automate it, how are you going to land that big ticket client? If you're not able to accept rejection on a manual basis, you're not going to be able to succeed long term with this, right? So I'm going to be giving you some tools that will automate this process. I'll show you how they do it, and I'll also show you how you can utilize it in your business right away, okay? So there's no room for error, no room for luck, any of that mumbo jumbo stuff, okay? So to get these whale clients, as I like to call it, right? Whale client meaning somebody will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars with you long term, or even at least $10,000 or more, right? So that means to get these types of people, you need to make sure that you reach the decision makers. You go to only those people who are actually in the business right now, who are actually looking to grow, looking to actually succeed, and you go after those people specifically, okay? And again, as I said, I'll be giving you the tools, and I'm going to be training, the coaching, and every step of the way on Skype. And if you make a profit, awesome. You can pay for it using the profits that you generate. If not, it doesn't cost you a single penny anyway. So zero risk on your part regardless, right? At the end of the day. So the tool that replaces, right? Some of the tools I'm going to show you, they replace these tools which cost $13,500 or whatever per year completely. So that way you have the SmartWriterr app, and you have also a pathway to succeed with these tools. So the first tool that I'm going to be giving you, and I'm going to be walking you through this whole process, how it works and all that good stuff, is called this application, which is the Sonic Lead Finder. Okay, now what this does, okay, is in an industry, we all know, right? If we know what businesses are looking for and the decision makers of that company are really interested in buying every single day, then it's only a question of automatically sending them real personalizable emails that will reach that person, give them a service. So you don't need to generate any traffic, no need for opt-in pages, opt-in forms, and all that mumbo jumbo stuff, right? You actually go into the decision maker directly, and you can go into millions of such industries And you do have automatic lead verification, automation, and all that, and you can sell them any service. You can do content creation service to have your foot in the door, meaning I can write some articles for you that might take you 2 minutes to do with SmartWriter, and then multiply it thereafter or automate it thereafter, stuff like that, where you start off with something small and then you get more revenue from that company, right? And they're going to definitely pay you because you're the go-to person. Even if that company needs as little as, hey, look, our website is down, can you help us out, bring it back online? You have somebody who can help you with that. And I'm going to show you how you can get other companies out there to do all that work for you, and you just pocket the difference in between. Okay, so this is how this whole process works. Okay, so that you have no room for error. As I mentioned, you have the pathway to succeed, and you can actually do it in such a way that it completely eliminates the process of, getting struggling. So for example, let's talk about something simple like a real estate industry. Like we were talking about real estate industry in SmartWriter, right? So let's talk about that, for example. So if I go into Google right now and I type in Beverly Hills real estate, right? So Beverly Hills, California, it's a very high-end luxury real estate where all the Hollywood stars and all these folks live. So minimum price would be like 10, 20, 30 million plus for each home. So these are very high level folks. So when I did that search, I landed on this website called Hilton and Highland, right? Hilton and Highland are one of the top real estate brokerages, mortgage brokers, and that sort of thing in the Beverly Hills area. And so now, what if I want to make this person, all right, or this company, my client, right? Meaning they're a real client, right? So if you go in, and this is another one called the agency RE, it's another business. So let's save some of these and I'll walk you through which ones are relevant. So now, if I wanted to get these people to be my client, all I need to figure out is who are the decision makers in that company, right? And there's another one here, jademillsestates.com, right? You just go to simple Google, right? Now, you can have two options here. One is you can go and search for hundreds of these businesses and figure it out which one would work or whatever. Or you just copy and paste this Hilton Highland one and go into this application that I'm going to be giving you, type it in, and boom, here you go. Simple, right? 53 people are working for this company right now, right? And right from the marketing agency to the ice maker, person who actually makes ice in their company, to actually the listing agents, right? To the sales agents, to people who do their, for example, their PR, right? Press releases, for example, people who do valet parking in this company, right? There's another one here, the executive vice president. So you can figure out who that person is working in this company and what actual job they have in that company. So for example, if I'm going to be offering content creation services, I would want to know if I'm reaching a marketer in that company, right? A marketer will want copywriting assistance, right? If it's a listing agent, it might need cold calling scripts that you can create with SmartWriter, for example. So all I need to do is just click on download button. Once I've chosen that, it downloads this CSV file for me, which is a data file. Like think of it like a Google spreadsheet, right? It just creates me an Excel file, like kind of thing. And this is going to give me all the information I just showed you right now, right? So let me show you how this would work, right? So you just open that up, right? Let's say you open this up and you get this data, right? Now we can convert that data into dollars, okay? Does that make sense? You can convert that data into dollars right out of the gate. And how do we do that? Well, there's some new methodologies that you can do right now which were not available before, just even a few months ago, a few years ago, and that sort of thing. Because if I know who is the listing agent, who is in the sales, who's in the press releases, because a press release is another type of a content piece that you can create with SmartWriter, right? So then okay, I can provide you press releases content, right? I can create copywriting content for you. I can create, for example, and you can go and approach that person exactly with what title in that company they have. Does that make sense? That means you're actually solving a real problem for the real person in that real industry, who is facing that issue specifically. Does that make sense? And this is the difference maker, because oftentimes what we see, and we can automate this process, I'll show you how to automate it, but the beauty is by you knowing this, you can actually be a much more targeted person. It's like, for example, if somebody has a plumbing issue in their house and you go in and you get an electrician, it's not the smartest thing to do, right? The electrician cannot know what the plumber can do. The plumber doesn't know what the electrician can do, right? The same concept. If you're trying to offer copywriting services to a listing agent, maybe not the smartest way to do. Well, maybe copywriting would be more in the marketing division, right? The same thing. So when you open up this document that I just showed you, it's going to open up something like this. Again, you can open this in Google Sheets or you can Excel or whatever you can do. That's not the point. But you check this out. You have the name, the email of that person, and which organization they work, the position in that company, right? What they do within that company, their phone number, and some other information. Now, once you have this information, there's two ways, right? The manual way would be, okay, you message to Richard, Ben, you can do for Paul, Mick, whoever is in this company. You can go and say, hey, look, I can offer this service for you or that service for you and that sort of thing. But that's going to take forever, right? It's going to be forever. It's going to take you forever. On the other hand, if you just downloaded this and if you wanted to actually generate a revenue stream with it, well, there are some platforms which allow you, like in this case, Vidya, right, which starts at $5,000. So what it can do is you take that file that I just showed you how you can create with different people working in different industries and easily, okay, easily get some videos made with that particular person's name being addressed, name being spoken. Like imagine if I'm trying to reach Bob, and Bob is the actual marketing team, and then I want to reach Melissa, and Melissa is, for example, in that real estate company, for example, she is the PR, right, press releases person, and then I have, if you will, Jared, and Jared is actually in the industry of blog management for that real estate company. Now, each person would need a different type of message and different way of addressing them, right? When you address them saying, hey, Jared, I know you work in the, for example, in this case of Jared, right? I know you work in the blog management for this company, and I'm looking to help you out with writing blog articles, right, for your business. And if we can do it in an automated way where you address them and we actually solve that problem without us actually having to write for each person individually, it'll make a big difference, right? So I'll show you how you can do that, okay? We created a platform which allows you to do this in an automated way. Again, as I said, I'm gonna give you this technology. If you make a profit, you pay us. If not, no worries. At the end of the day, at least you can try it out and give it a whirl, because this is the way you're gonna be able to actually make a huge revenue stream for you rather than just making 30 bucks or 40 bucks for articles that you do, because that way you have a pathway, right? Again, as I mentioned before, you don't want to be a person who's just going to get 50 bucks here or there. That's not going to be a life-changing revenue stream for you. You got to be a person who's a solution provider for people who are desperate for solutions, and you provide each person individually a solution that would cater to what their needs are. You should never go offer a plumbing service to a client when they're actually looking for a mechanic or an electrician, for example, right? Same example applies for every business. They all have a unique set of problems. A real estate business has a unique set of problems. A plastic surgeon has a unique set of problems. And all these business, e-commerce business has a unique set of problems. Why? Well, a plastic surgeon is looking to book appointments, right, to convert leads into sales. For example, a real estate business is looking for leads to get somebody to buy a house, rent a house, or whatever. On the other hand, an e-commerce business is looking to get sales, right? You're not going to do a table booking for an e-commerce business. You're not going to do, for example, lead generation for an e-commerce business. So each business is different. So the scripts that you're creating, the work that you're doing should be catered to each person individually to their needs. Does that make sense? So that's what you're going to be focusing on. So this is the platform. Here, I'm going to show you how this works real quick, okay? So you can kind of walk through this whole process and really start using it. So the first step is we can do different types of videos where we took that data, right? That little spreadsheet or that Google, Excel file or that Google spreadsheet, whatever you like to call it, that we downloaded, and we can choose how we want to address that person. Do we address them with a 3D spokesperson, right? Like a real cartoon character, like a Disney or a Pixar style character? Do we do as a whiteboard video where somebody's sketching it out? Do you want to do an animated explainer video, or do you want to do it like a corporate style presentation to show like a explainer 3D presentation that other people would be paying $500 or more? Now, let's say we choose any one of these, right? We can choose any one example that we want. I'm going to show you how it's going to appear, how it works in just a second. But the goal is, think of it this way, right? You're going to be actually speaking that person's name using text-to-speech, which is the world's best text-to-speech, so it sounds human-like. I'll show you an example of that. And you're going to be actually doing it in every language. It works in French, German, whatever. You pick whichever ones you like here, right? Whichever ones suit your needs, okay? Again, as I said, whiteboard, corporate style videos, a cartoon character like this one. And you can even change this cartoon character to suit that particular business. So let's say you want to serve a female, all the female listing brokers in that company, or you want to serve all the males, or you want to do only one person specifically, or 3 people in that company. So now here, once we choose and we do that, check this out. I drag and drop that file that I just got, right? That specific file that I just got. I just drag and drop that into the section that I just downloaded, right? The leads, the people that I generated. I just drag and drop it and address, like where do these people, like, do I address it by the first name, the last name, the full name, the country they're in? So if it's, for example, Beverly Hills, right? I can say, hey, Bob, I know you're looking to sell homes in the Beverly Hills. I can help you out by actually managing your press releases. You see? And I can do this in an automated fashion for every single person who is in the press releases industry for the real estate sector. I can do this, for example, for all the listing agents in Beverly Hills. I can do this, for example, for all the plastic surgeons in Beverly Hills or wherever in the world, by the way. And I can choose the voice, okay? And here's another example of the voice, for example, that you can pick. And you can change the script here. Now, the script that you have here, you can also copy and paste it with the, the SmartWriter application. But let me show you how you can choose some of these audio files, and I'll show you how the end result is going to be. And again, this is the most lifelike sounding voice. So imagine if I'm actually trying to reach, right, all these listing agents, plastic surgeons, real estate brokers, or educators, coaches, life coaches, CEOs of software companies, or whoever, right? There are millions and billions of, you can actually get from any business in the world, billions of potential possibilities. So here, you see, you can actually change. So if I say hello name, let's say that name was gotten for those listing agents or listing brokers, or let's say we got that name from just the pasting that website URL, by the way, right? We just started with a website URL. And let's say we wanted to get all the, for example, plastic surgeons, all the restaurant owners, all these hair salons, right? We just type the actual URL and get this data. And whatever we put here, name, similar to like writing an email, right? Or an autoresponder broadcast, right? And if it says hello name, it's going to speak, hey Bob, hello Melissa, hello Jason, hello whatever name. And you can even customize it with the city that they're from, like, hey, hello from Beverly Hills. And you can change the language as well here, by the way. We can do it in about 65 different languages right now. So any language you can imagine, you can do. So it's going to be hola name, hola Micaela, or whatever you want to do in Spanish. So let me show you how this would appear, okay, in real life scenario that you'll give you some ideas, and hopefully it'll give you a lot of cool ideas on how you can structure this, okay? And pay attention to the type of videos you can create. Really, really awesome. And again, here's the thing. We use this to get that client excited and pay attention to what we have to do, because we're crafting each and every video and each and every communication that we do. You can create videos like this on the fly, by the way, and you address them by their name. So let me explain to you how this works. Super, super awesome, by the way. So it'll give you some awesome ways to succeed with this process.
Hello, Paul. Hello, Jason. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Adam. SMM services are what every brand needs, regardless of its age, scale, and focus. Declare yourself, create the right image, and increase sales. It's all possible due to competent work in social networks. SMM promotion includes strategy development, creation of unique design, and implementation of community management. Further monetization of the project and regular income. Get a free consultation with our manager right now.
Hello there, Melissa. If you're in need of a dentist, you probably have a lot of questions, such as, will my procedures hurt? Do you accept my insurance? Or even, do you perform the advanced procedures that I need? We have years of experience helping people get the beautiful smile they have always wanted. Even if you haven't been to the dentist in years, or you have major dental issues, even if you have great fear of going to the dentist, we can help. Don't put off getting the smile that you deserve. We offer free consultations and accept most major insurance plans, so give us a call today.
Hello there, Paul. Let's assume you're easy to find on the internet. Yet your audience is not interested in your product. You bravely send out your emails, but you are not getting any conversion in return. At this point, you know it's important to analyze what happened. But you are not sure where to begin. Introducing your company. You come up with the idea and we all do the rest. We have just the solution for you. Why do we do this? Simply, we love your work. To find out more, please contact us. Hello, this is Jason. Jason is a manager in a major company. And he works a lot. His work is one big headache. Calls, reports, dissatisfied customers. Problems upon problems. Time is running out. Sales are falling. Company profits are declining. What do I do? How do I fix it? The team has been rallied. Sales are rising again. Jason's reputation is getting stronger. Life is getting better. Jason can now relax. He deserved it.
Hello there, Jessica. What is it that unites such different people? As an online store owner, a production manager, a travel agent, and a well-known celebrity. Right. They all have a website. Every day a great number of people search for goods and services on the internet. Contact us now and let's talk about creating a complete online solution for your business today.
Hello there, Jessica. Looking for a web developer? Your search is over. Contact our team of dedicated professionals to check out our quality services designed to meet your exact needs. All of our professionals have lots of experience in delivering a wide range of solutions and options, and we're confident that you'll be completely satisfied. All our services are carried out to assured standards, leaving you with great results. Our friendly team is waiting to hear from you to answer any specific questions that you may have about how we can fulfill your needs. Your satisfaction is our prime concern. So please contact us today via any of our contact methods. Hello there, Jason. Nowadays, the internet plays a very important role in our life. More and more people are looking for specific products and services using search engines every day. Take advantage of this. You want to improve efficiency on your side blog or social network page? All you need is SEO in order to successfully do well up your business in a more internet-driven world. You have to be at the top of the browser list.
See the power of this, right? And this is fully customizable across different industries and different places. And there's another example right here. You see how it says, hello there, Jessica, and it's personalized for them. It's the dental business. So let's say Jessica is a dentist, right? You can reach that person specifically to create the videos and charge them money, or any other service, whether it's web design, whether it is search engine optimization like what you saw there, whether it is a pay-per-click advertising for them, or maybe it is, for example, where they just want social media marketing, right? Or SEO, whatever it is, you can offer them. And the beauty is every single element is customizable. So when they see, okay, wow, this person put my name there, they spoke my name there. Oh, they put this element of my company here, my website. Wow, okay, that's amazing. So you see some elements like this that you can put for these high-end videos. It's a little bit jerky here because we're in a live webinar situation. When in real life, it's 1080p smooth. Look at that. Hello, Jason, right here, right? You see that? That could be hello, Melissa. That could be hello, Barbara, hello, whoever. And it's perfect, aligned with their business, their goals. So if it's a restaurant, it's for table bookings. If it is, for example, a chiropractor, it's appointment booking. And this is how you engage them. Now, that's one part of the equation here, right? So let's go a step further here and actually see how we can automate this and how we can multiply our results using this process and all that good stuff. So we were in that previous step, right? So which was basically we went in and we customized certain elements and that sort of thing. So now if we go a step further here, let's actually simplify this, and let me show you how that would work. So now you see how I added those personalization elements using that data file. I didn't customize anything. Like I didn't go put hello Jason or whatever, or hello country name or hello city, any of that stuff, right? So I went in and I showed you exactly step by step how to go about it. But you know, you saw in that video, it's a little bit jerky and it was not like smooth, because in GoToWebinar, in a live webinar situation, since I'm showing you a video would not be perfectly showing, but in real life, it's 1080p HD quality. But the key point I want to mention, I'm seeing some questions on it, but is that, you know, can I reach unlimited clients with this? Yes, you can. That means, for example, if you're reaching all the listing agents and you want to do it in a certain industry, you can do that. And you see how you said, hello, Jason, all that. Every single voice that you saw so far was completely text to speech. Let me repeat that again. Every single voice that you heard so far was generated with text to speech. So it was not actually a human being's voiceover that we used. It's actually fully text to speech, the world's best text to speech out there. So now people who actually watch the end result will not even be able to distinguish between, was it a real person, was it, you know, they don't care. And it doesn't really matter because you're doing it through automation, right? So now let me show you one other way that we can really succeed with this. And yes, it is CAN-SPAM compliant, GDPR compliant, because you're actually providing a service that is of value to that business, which is to grow them sales, grow their leads, get them more table appointments, table bookings, stuff like that, right? And every business needs that. There's no such business that does not require stuff like this. And of course, you go in next year, see this, if you want to customize, so let's say You want to make this cartoon character, if you will, into a real estate agent, you can do that. You want to make this person look like the end result. So let's say you're reaching a brunette, a redhead, or maybe a blonde, or whoever the person is. You can change the color of their skin or whatever that might be to make it similar to that person. That is also something that you can customize, which is very important because somebody will think like you took the time to do so. So let me show you something here where you put the project name. Let's say this is for the real estate industry, right? So let's say put real estate as a project name. Now what's going to happen is you see it says send by email here. So let's say you got 50 different clients that you got and you're reaching out, 50 listing brokers, 50 plastic surgeons, 50 whoever, whatever it might be as an example. You see how it says email templates? We have thousands and thousands of actual templates that you can utilize for different use cases. Okay, it goes beyond even, for example, what you can do with SmartWriter. So now you see how it says hey name. You can put hey country, hey city, or hey first name, hey last name, similar to an autoresponder service you might do because you already have the data now, right? So you can say hey Melissa, check this out. And they're like, oh, whoa, what am I going to be checking out? Or hey Melissa, I can help you grow your business or whatever. And this email that you see here is fully customizable as well. And again, you can use some of the templates that we have built in. You can modify it. You can put their country name or whatever. And the beauty is here, okay? Look at it. I'll say I created this special presentation on how, right, my company can help you grow, right? Obviously, so that we can help you grow your business, get more clients, get more leads and all that stuff. Check it out here. And here I can just choose that video link. Now, watch what happens. Every single video that is customized to that. So if it says, hey, Jason, Jason is going to see that video with, hey, Jason, and whatever customization and personalization we added in there. If it's going to be an explainer video, whatever you choose, right? Whiteboard video, whatever. If it is going to be Melissa, whatever. So that means all the listing brokers that we got, the verifiable listing brokers that we know are working, or any coaches or CEOs or whatever the company does, you can actually get that data and then convert that into a beautiful sounding actual spoken video. Nothing like this has been available out there. In fact, to do something like this, you had to record every single video. Now imagine if I told you go in there and 50 listing brokers in Beverly Hills, go record a video like this and put them together and make sure that you address them by their name. Make sure that in the middle points, wherever you say location targeting, you say, okay, you're from Beverly Hills. If somebody's from Buffalo, New York, put Buffalo, New York or whatever, right? And the problem is it's not going to help them, right? Because it's going to take you days and days and days. So once you create it, you can download all of them individually, or also you can deliver them via email, and we handle all the deliverability. It's guaranteed to hit the inbox. There's no question about it in my mind. It's not going to hit the inbox because we pay a company, a Fortune 500 company used by some of the biggest brands out there like McDonald's and Walmart and all that stuff to deliver the emails. So you're going to get the same stuff, and you don't have to pay a single penny in monthly fees or anything to ensure that you hit the inbox. So that means that they see the video, they will interact with you, and that means because it is spoken one-to-one, right? There's no way for you to get a rejection. And even if you get a rejection, it's just a numbers game at the end of the day, right? Who cares? If 100 people receive this, and you can get unlimited amount of leads that you can generate, right? From any website, any you can even get it from Twitter, you can get it from LinkedIn, you can get it from Facebook pages, wherever you can. You get that lead, you get that email, you get their information, you download it as a spreadsheet, and then that spreadsheet is going to convert it over into a video, which is going to address them by their name in specific parts of that video, and it's going to be perfectly spoken and actually solve their problem. You have thousands of potential templates you can utilize, so you don't have to even really bother about creating the video, making sure you animate that video, customize that video and all that, because you have different varieties and different options to choose from. Now, this type of stuff was previously only available in very expensive enterprise platforms, you know, like stuff like Rocketium or Vidyard or some of the other platforms like this. You see, they cost like a monthly fee, like at the bare minimum. Like this is another company called Rocket Reach, for example. You go to pricing. This is the same company we use, by the way, behind the scenes. Okay, and so here's an example. With this one right now, you're gonna have to pay $241 a month. If you pay yearly, it's about $2,388 a year for about, let's say, 1,000 per month or something, like under 833 lookups, right? Meaning 833 leads that you can generate. So I'm going to show you how you can generate unlimited leads, so you don't have to worry about it. And we pay behind the scenes to this company anyway. The way I got it is I got through like one of their enterprise plans, right? It's a little bit cheaper for me, but anyway, I'm paying on your behalf anyways. But I wanted to give you a powerful tool like this used by enterprises, like many of the businesses that you see get clients. And then I also use this other company called Lusha behind the scenes. We use their API, by the way. So this one right here costs $297 a month, right, to get their enterprise kind of plan, which is going to allow you to basically get, as you can see here, email addresses, the phone numbers, export the contacts, all the stuff, and figure out which data is valid, which is not. And it's going to cost $99 a month to even get started with this. Why are this stuff so expensive? I need to look at it. It's 100 credits, meaning you can only generate, it costs you $1 for every lead that you generate and download. Now, the stuff like this is expensive because they're only catering to enterprise companies, right? Like companies which would get $10,000 a year in services. Like imagine you're, for example, a SaaS company, right? Or maybe a company trying to land a client that's worth $10,000, like a swimming pool installation company, right? That company would charge $30,000 to install a brand new swimming pool, right? Now, that is a lot of money. So they're willing to pay this kind of money to figure out who all the people are interested in getting a swimming pool in their property, or maybe parts for a swimming pool, or whatever it is, right? Different industries have different needs. Now, with this technology, we use all that behind the scenes stuff. You don't have to pay any monthly fees and that mumbo jumbo stuff. And you have the custom email marketing platform built in, and it works in all the languages out there. So that means there's zero risk on your part of not getting a client. You're going to be pretty much guaranteed to get a client, or you don't pay a single penny anyways, right? So that you can utilize this to your heart's desire. Now, that is not the only thing that is going to position you for success, right? You still need a marketing platform to make this all possible. Because see, a business, when you're trying to offer copywriting services, when you're trying to offer, for example, content creation or anything, even web design, software design, all the stuff that you're trying to offer, every service that you offer might need a new page on your website, right? Or you might need a corporate email. Like think of it this way, right? If you say, I'm gonna do the service for your web design, and then you don't even have a website that you can show, or a corporate email, people are not gonna take you seriously. Am I right? Type in yes in the chat box if you agree with me on this, where if you don't have a professional website and what you're offering as a service, and even if you're trying to approach all the real estate brokers or listing agents, maybe you wanna create a real estate specific agency website, right? So I'm gonna give you a platform that we licensed, right, with another company which deals with a lot of the other Fortune 500 companies and all that stuff right there, which is our all-in-one marketing platform. So what this does, and it's pretty cool. So what it does is you can actually create unlimited websites. We do the hosting on Google Cloud, so it's perfect. It's going to be indexed on Google super quickly. You can mix and match things, and you also get a completely thousands and thousands of templates that you can use. So you want to create a real estate agency, you can use it with this. You want to have a corporate email like bob@bobsagency.com, you can do so. If you want to create, for example, an agency only for plastic surgeons, only for the medical sector, only for the real estate sector, only for the life coaching education sector, for example, you can become that particular agency, and you can build unlimited websites like this. It's not going to cost you a single extra penny, and we host them all for you. So that means you can create membership sites for clients, you can manage funnels for clients, you can do all this other stuff. Yes, you can, but also the beauty is, because the web hosting is included, you have that professional outlook, right? And people see your email that it's from Bob at medicalagency.com or whatever, right? Or Bob at dentistclientsacquisition.com or whatever it might be. It's going to allow you to get better results than ever before, right? Now, the beauty is with this process, it's all a numbers game. I cannot stress that enough. Mathematically, you see, when you go to the casino, right? Why does the casino make millions and millions and billions of dollars? Well, it makes this stuff because the numbers are in their favor. Does that make sense? The math is in the favor of that business, right? And for that casino, because even if they get a 1% edge, the house always wins. Same concept applies here. You get thousands and thousands of potential clients that you can reach. Then it's just a question of you just getting one or two to say yes, and they will, because they know that they need something, right? Every business is some solution, whether it's leads, whether it's sales, web design, SEO. And if there's something that you have no clue about, I'll show you how you can use a team of people to deliver that service, whether it's as complex as software programming to as complex as web design, scripting, or anything like that. You can find people to do that, and you can pocket the difference in between. So there's no way for you not to be able to be the go-to person, right? So now this platform, let me show you real quick how it works. So you go in, I'm going to give you this, by the way, and you can type in real estate, for example. So you can make a real estate agency here, and it's drag and drop easy for you to do. So now that means if I'm reaching all the real estate listing brokers, I'm a professional real estate agency. The more specific you go, the more money you're going to make, right? It's obvious. Like if it's SEO I want to do, I want to have an SEO agency website. If it is, for example, web design agency, I want to create a web design agency, right? website. So you just choose whichever one. There are thousands, like I think 1900 or 1650 or something like that, like close to 2000 different templates you have in different thousands of industries. You choose what you like here. Now in this case, you see it's a full service web design agencies. Now you can create multiple websites like this and cater to that business. This is how you're going to get results. It's similar to like if you are trying to get a plumber to come in and it's for company, right, a commercial company, then of course you want to go for a plumber or an electrician who's experienced with that kind of a property, right? Let's say you wanted to get, for example, an electrician, and that person, you wanted it for a client who is in the medical space, right, a plastic surgeon. That particular electrician, if he has experience or she has experience in working with the medical field, then of course you're going to hire that person, right, if you're in that business, because you have more experience. Same thing applies here. If you're trying to get a client in the real estate space, or for example in any industry out there, having a agency website catered to that specific business, like healthcare, or for example restaurants or hair salons or anything, that is going to give you better results. And that's what we're going to be talking about, because the more websites, it doesn't cost you a single penny to create more of them, right? It's going to be the same management, the portal is the same, but the beauty is you can actually take it to the next level using this process, right? Does that make sense? And the other cool thing that you can do, because you're generating unlimited leads, is in this case, let's say you want to reach this person right here in their LinkedIn account, Twitter account, or whatever, Richard Harris, right? You can actually get Richard's email, their information, and all that stuff as well. And again, start sending these onboarding emails on the fly and reach their inbox. You can just simply type in their name and their website, and then automatically it's going to find the actual email and their details as well. Very, very powerful, as you can imagine, right? Like for example, let me make it simple for you so you understand it, right? So if you go into any one of these businesses, right? Let's say even that Hilton Highland, that real estate brokerage that I showed you, right? So as an example, we go in and we type in one of the people who we know works in that company, right? And we just type in their name, the first name, last name, and the website URL, right? So watch this, okay? We type in something like this, click next, right? You can even remove that .com or whatever, it doesn't matter. But watch this. I'm gonna find the email address of that person, Barbara in this case, right? And Barbara, I can go and find out if this email even works, right? Which is very important. Why would you want to waste your time otherwise? So there you go. So if you want to reach a specific person, like that person is going to make a big difference for you when they become a client for you, buy your products, your services, you can do. And if, let's say if Adrian, I tried, it doesn't work. See, it says invalid. So there's no Adrian working for this, but Barbara is. So this is how you can find out and you don't waste time. And for example, even your resources and your money in this process. And again, this is the secret enterprises use, okay? If you see a lot of the big businesses out there, this is what they do to onboard clients, to close clients, because they don't want to waste time. You use automation to work in their favor, okay? Now, the secret to make this possible is also through the process of using service arbitrage, right? So the idea is, it's very simple. You get a client, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to coach you every step of the way. My team and I is going to help you every step of the way on Skype to make this possible. But let's say a client wants to have a website developed, or maybe they want to do some editing or SEO stuff, or maybe they have something like a restaurant, for example, and they wanted to make some graphic flyers or whatever, right? All you have to do, you say yes to every single thing that they have to offer, like that you can offer them, because what you're going to then do is get a freelancer, somebody else, and you pocket the difference. So let's say, for example, the freelancer does that service for like $5. The client is going to pay you $100. You can profit right out of the gate, $90 to $95 and so on, right? The simple process. This way you can say yes to a client 100% of the time. That's the big problem, right? If you go in and you get all the listing brokers in Beverly Hills or New York City or whatever, and they say, hey, look, we're not interested in content creation, copywriting, and stuff that you can do with SmartWriter and all that. Yeah, that's all fine, but we want something else. If that something else is something you cannot offer, then you lost that client forever, right? Here, you never run short of ideas. You never run short of services you can offer, because there's always somebody else. And we'll show you, we have a vetted list of millions and millions of these contractors from around the world that you just pocket the difference. Why can't the client find it themselves? It's cost them a lot of time. Imagine a plastic surgeon. Do you think they have a time to go into Upwork or Fiverr or these places which we show you to find who's it, get bids, go research, find out who's good, who's not good, see if they're doing a job in a day-to-day basis? They don't have that time, right? That's the beauty. And of course, you're also going to get the email outreach automation platform where we're going to do the deliverability, we're going to do the personalization, we're going to do all that stuff. You never have to worry about the emails reaching the inbox. It's guaranteed to hit the inbox. There's no question about it. In fact, if it doesn't, you can get every single penny back, right? And of course, you're going to get the human sounding voices as well, which is the world's best text to speech, and millions and millions of niches that you can utilize it for, and even hundreds and hundreds of actual different styles, male, female, accents, like UK accent, Australian accent, and all that stuff, that you can utilize these text-to-speech voices, which is the secret, right, to success. Which you don't want to go in and speak 100 different variety of videos that you can do. You might as well spend your time in other things, right? Why waste your time into anything else like that? So that's something you're going to be getting as well on top of that. And of course, you're going to be getting industry-specific cold email swipes and coaching on how to succeed in different industries. I know the low-hanging fruit industries. For example, real estate is the low-hanging fruit industry that I showed you today, because all the listing brokers out there, they all need one thing, and they need as many leads as possible. If I show them how to get leads and I can find the person who can do that service, good to go. For example, somebody in their press releases, if I go into SmartWriterr and I can actually create a press release in a couple of seconds, well, I can charge them money because I know exactly what they need. And you also get the entire fully stacked agency marketing package. It includes the sales videos for that real estate industry, business cards, brochures, flyers, invoices. You don't know what invoice to send, letterheads, client contracts. So meaning you're never stuck, right? One of the problems is somebody says, yes, how do we go forward, right? Okay, I'm interested. I'm interested in you creating marketing content, emails for me, or copywriting for my sales page, or whatever that you can do at SmartWriterr. What next? How do we get started, right? That's the big question. Well, you can then say, okay, here's the invoice. Okay, here's the client contract. So you're going to get this stuff as well. And of course, you're going to get the unlimited agency and reseller license to all the videos you create, all the content you create, and all this, the data that you get as well. So that means you can keep that data for good, meaning there's no need for you to worry about whether that data, what happens afterwards, can I use it forever, and all that stuff, okay? So now let's recap what we covered so far, right? So basically, what do we cover? When you're trying to create content, right, with SmartWriterr for businesses, one of the key problems you're going to face is there are places like Facebook groups and Upwork and Fiverr and all these places where you can offer marketing sales pages, you can offer email swipes, you can offer, for example, Facebook ad stuff. The problem is a lot of these places have competition, right? There's 50 other people bidding against you. There's some experienced people with 10 years more experience than you and all this stuff. The low-hanging fruit is you going to that business directly, addressing them by their name, right? Because you can engage them, they'll take you seriously. And finally, whatever their problem is, you can solve by actually drop shipping, if you will, the services, right? So that means you don't have to deliver the service, you don't have to even do any of that stuff. You don't even need to know any experience. That way, what happens is you started off with $40 article that you wrote with SmartWriterr, and now you can progress further into $400, $500 per month in services, or even more than that. That's just the starting point by offering them actual value with what they require. And this can be done with our vetted list of people that we're going to show you how you can get access to from across different industries, and you're also going to be getting assistance every step of the way on Skype and that sort of thing. So now this whole platform is called the Sonic Vet platform, right, that I just showed you. And what if I gave you this platform, all the tools, all the software, unlimited usage, right? So that means you can start using it right away. And on top of that, you get my team and I to coach you, help you every step of the way on Skype until you succeed. Would you be interested in that, right? I'm seeing a lot of people saying yes, 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 they'd be interested, because that'll be making a big difference, right? That means it's going to be one-to-one. If you want us to go on a screen share with you, a call with you, phone call, you want us to do a chat, live chat, whatever, there's always going to be one-to-one attention from somebody in my team to help you every step of the way. That means there's zero room for error. There's zero room for you to actually be left behind or ignored, right? And there's actually a pathway for you to succeed, because, as I said, at the end of the day, my goal is for you to profit, and you can pay for it using the profits that you generate. Now, that said, right, there's only so many people that we can coach and mentor every single day, right? Like, let's say we're spending 30 minutes each day with you, 45 minutes each day with you, whatever, right? That's undivided attention myself and my team are giving you, right? And that means we cannot get thousands of people. We cannot get 200 people at once and that sort of thing, right? So what I want to make sure is that to show your seriousness, so you actually show up. Like tomorrow, if there's a call with you, there's a mentorship call, that you show up. Like if it's a personal trainer, you show up, right? So you actually do some of the actual stuff. We can help you every step of the way, but we want you to do that initial stuff, right? To show your seriousness, I'm going to be asking you for a small pitch-in fee, okay? That pitch-in fee is fully refundable. My team is not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it for 30 full days. If You get results, you make a profit, awesome. If not, you get every single penny back. Okay, that's just to show your seriousness, so you have some skin in the game to show your seriousness. Okay, again, this platform, just so you understand, okay, we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to develop and to put together, and of course, more than even the technology. Yeah, technologies are all great and they all sound cool. It sounds great, but the coaching and the mentorship, right? That is where the results happen, right? The results only happen in areas where we can actually achieve and help you every step of the way, yes, but also they happen when you actually have somebody who has an accountability, right? They're actually dedicated to your success just as much as you are, right? So normally, let's talk about it. How much does this thing cost? So normally this costs $2,000, and then we have a monthly fee thereon, because you have to understand we are using behind the scenes for Lush, Rocket, Reach, and some of these other platforms where they charge for every lead that you generate. So you can, there's no limitations on that sense where you're gonna say, oh, you're gonna pay $1 for every lead you generate or whatever. It's costing us $1, but you're not gonna ask you all that stuff, right? So that's what it costs. But it would not be fair. You're a SmartWriterr customer. I want to give back to you in a big way, because it's a product that I was one of the earliest beta testers for SmartWriterr. So I know it inside and out. I know how you can succeed with it. I know how you can not succeed with it, doing some mistakes that some other people might make. So I can help you out with it. So I thought, let's do it, half off and beyond that, right? So I want to give it to you at the lowest possible price, but more importantly, I'm gonna ask a small pitch and fee. This is to show your seriousness, as I said. I'm gonna be very transparent with you how it's gonna work as well, okay? So here's the link. It is right here. This is a special link only for SmartWriterr customers. It's www.sonicwid.com/live, okay? It's sonicwid.com/live. There you go into the link right now. I posted the link in the chat box as well. So there are two plans. You got $197 per hour, 3 months. Think of it like a pitch and fee. You're gonna get white glove treatment, and you can try it out risk-free, right? For 30 full days. My team is not going to touch that $197 pitch and fee, right? The 197, and we're not even going to, do anything until you succeed. If you succeed, awesome, right? If you don't succeed, even better. At least you get an education of a lifetime. Now, so that sounds awesome, right? You're maybe thinking like, wow, that sounds great. Like, I'm super excited. I want to get it right now. I'm super pumped. I want to get in, but there must be some catch, because you're offering one-on-one assistance in Skype, no risk on you and all that. Well, there's only one catch, okay? Because of the one-on-one assistance that we do for you, right? There's only a limited amount of people that we can take in a given day that we can help out. At 8 working hours in a day, if I have to help you half an hour every day, it's only a limited amount of people I can help, or my team can help, even though we are a big team. So because of that, I need to push a transaction ID, because it's only for the first 25 people today. I'm going to confirm manually on this live webinar. I'm going to be giving the one-on-one assistance on Skype and all the other bonuses that I mentioned. Again, as I said, it's fully no questions asked, money back guarantee. So no reason all you want to leave, you get every single penny back. Now, here's the best part, okay? I'm going to actually teach you every step of the way how to do this process. And there's two options. You can pay $497 one-time payment. You get lifetime access, comes with 30-day no question money back guarantee. You get results, great. You don't get results, you get every single penny back. Or you can pay that $197 spread out over 3 months. This comes to about $591. And again, that 30 full days, no question and money back guarantee, it just ensures that that small pitch in fee, and trust me, it is a small pitch in fee, because my consulting fees, if you came to me right now, my businesses make about $15,000 to $20,000 a day right now. If you came into me, I would say, look, I'm going to charge you at least $1,500 an hour, right? And my team, for example, people I've trained personally, they actually charge, even on the lowest end, $75 an hour to do consulting and assistance. And I'm saying unlimited amount of such assistance we're going to provide you until you succeed. And if you don't get any results, it's fine. That's sunk cost on our part. It's fine, beyond the technology itself, right? Now, the way this works, it's very simple. If you're that $197 plan, you can get everything, except you're going to get 500 of these you can create. You can create unlimited leads, though. You can generate unlimited leads. You can download those leads. You can do all that, but 500 of these you can create. And here's the best part. If you don't create 500 this month, you can take it to the next month. So that's about another 500 get added on, up to you. Or you want a little bit more, 750, you can do that. And again, it's unlimited thereafter forever, meaning with what I'm paying behind the scenes, right? I'm paying for every lead that you generate about 50 to 60 cents. So that's the only limitation on my end, but you can do it unlimited forever, meaning lifetime access. So you pay once, you can keep doing 750 leads forever, videos and that sort of thing. Leads wise, it's unlimited. So that means you type in a website today, there are 500 people working in that company, you can do that. 1,000 people, you can download that. But you want to convert that data into videos, it costs us a lot of money behind the scenes, because every video, every email that you send costs us money. But if you didn't do let's say 750, let's say you only did 500. It's a lot actually, because you're gonna, if you, let's say 5 clients get back to you and then you want to work with them and you don't need more clients, right? How many can you handle? So you want to send back that 250 to the next month. That means next month you're gonna have 1,000 available. You can do stuff like this for sure, no problems there. And of course, the beauty is the lead generation alone costs us a lot of money to maintain and do. We integrate with tons of enterprise great companies behind the scenes. The lead verification, the lead finding, getting their data, right? Making sure the data works every single day, making sure it's updated, making sure that person is working in that company still, because CEOs also retire, right, all the time, or even decision makers retire, and making sure that we help you one-on-one on Skype every step of the way when you get stuck. Because see, my goal is not to leave you high and dry. The technology is great, but at the end of the day, the same concept that I was telling you to explain to you. You go to sonicway.com live, you're excited, you're gonna get in. I know a lot of you will get in, but the thing is, the technology, once you start using it, that's when the actual work starts, right? That's where the actual confusion might start on your part. Normally what would happen, you'd send a support ticket, it's gonna take you 3 days to receive a response, and that response doesn't solve your problem. It was a thing that didn't solve your problem. Now you get reply back. It took you 10 days to solve a small problem that took maybe 2 minutes on a call, right? If I was getting on a call with you, or my team got on a call with you, whoever, right? Or we did a screen share with you, we did chat, whatever, maybe 2 minutes it would be solved. I mean, if you could not solve it, we'll solve it for you, right? It's similar to, for example, either you get a personal trainer to get you to shape, who knows what they're doing behind the scenes. They failed hundreds of times before, and they know they're accountable to your success, or you're doing it on your own. On your own, you're not going to have the motivation, the drive, and the consistency to keep doing stuff, and you might fail so many times that you give up, right? With what I'm showing you, it's as good as you're getting a personal trainer, and making sure that if you don't get any results, that personal trainer will not charge you a single penny, right? They're not going to charge you a single penny, zero risk on your part. And on top of that, you get an education of a lifetime in return. So you don't have to buy other courses and all that stuff. And also, you get 8 weeks of webinar training live on how to succeed with it beyond the one-on-one assistance in Skype. Plus, I'll put you into my mentorship group, where every week we have office hours training Mondays and Fridays, so that you can have every single bit of assistance that you need. So let's say you have an issue with SmartWriterr, like you don't know how to do copywriting services, where to implement it, come on those office hours training and ask any questions, because I'm the beta tester, my team are beta testers for tools like SmartWriterr. You'll actually have the one-on-one assistance, the group assistance, so you can each push each other out, and that can be for free. I'll let you in that mentorship group, even if you leave, get every single penny back, as my way of saying thank you. So let me show you. You get instant access to everything, by the way, right? So all you need to do is go to all courses. Once you get into the dashboard, you're gonna get two. You're gonna get the applications. So here you go, and then the tutorial. So you see this all-in-one marketing platform, the Sonic Lead Finder technology, and of course the Sonic Vid, the video technology as well. You get instant access to all of those technologies. You can log into them and get up and running right away. They all integrate with each other. You see all those cold outreach scripts below it. You're going to get access to that as well. And these are thousands and thousands and thousands of potential emails that you can copy and paste in different sectors, different industries, that you can immediately use and start profiting from it. And of course, if I just scroll down real quick here, you also get the agency marketing assets, and you get that 8 weeks of webinar training like I was explaining to you. Now, the agency marketing assets, let me just go into that real quick and I'll show you. This is basically where you can actually get all the invoices, for example, business cards, video commercials, and all that stuff. So because you want it to have an official, professional look, right, to your business, well, you can do it with this as well. That's included as well. You get instant access to everything. Now, the way I want you to understand, okay, as soon as you get in, I recommend you to book a welcome call with one of our folks over at Skype, or you can join one of my webinars as well that we're doing every single week, or even the office hours training. But generally, just book a Skype call with our team. You can watch the welcome video. I'll show you how to set up that Skype assistance call and all that stuff, or even chat, or whatever works, because not everybody likes to get a call, not everybody likes a screen share, not everybody likes chat. It all depends on what you like. Some people, I see most people like chat, so somebody's actually listening to them and they can think and respond, that kind of thing, right? But you're gonna get one-to-one undivided attention, which is very important. I find it so frustrating sometimes myself, where it's so difficult to get on a phone call or even a chat these days with people. Everybody seems so busy until you really need their assistance, kind of thing, right? So I'm getting some questions right now, so let me answer those questions. And while I do that, just want to mention here real quick, and this is important so you understand, the special link for SmartWriterr customers is sonicwit.com/live. And again, as I said, you need to make sure you post your transaction ID, okay, in the chat box. And of course, watch my welcome video as soon as you get in on how you can book a mentorship call and all this stuff. Again, as I said, whether it's $197 or $497, whatever, think of it like a pitch-in fee. My team is not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it for 30 full days. If you get a profit, you make more than that, great. You can keep paying for this using the profits that you generate, because you get lifetime access to this with no monthly fees or no yearly fees, no per lead generation fee or anything like that, right? Or per video fee or something like that, which everybody else does, enterprise companies. And if you make a profit, awesome. If you don't make a profit, it's even better, because at least you got an education of a lifetime. You tried it out and it didn't cost you a single penny, right? It will cost us thousands of dollars, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, if you didn't get your results, we didn't live up to our bargain, right? I mean, it's as simple as that. You can do this process manually too. Nobody's stopping you. You can go into those Facebook groups like I mentioned before and bid on some projects and start creating some articles and some content and some, for example, email swipes that you can do. Charge $40, $50 for a client. But if you really want to take it to the next level beyond that, well, this is the best platform to do so, and the coaching to do so, okay? Just want to be clear, so that you can actually have a pathway to actually build a life-changing income, not just a few $100 here and there, okay? So thanks again. Wish you all the best. I look forward to actually coaching you, mentoring you, looking forward to having you show up in our live webinars, and I look forward to actually getting to know you better and helping you every step of the way, okay? My team and I are very eager to do so, because we have the experience and we have the knowledge to be able to do so. We are confident in that. So thanks again. If that page says sold out, it really is sold out, but the next 30 minutes, if you can still sneak in and that page doesn't sell out, I'll guarantee you all the bonuses, including the one-on-one assistance Skype, unlimited web hosting for the websites you can bring into us, as well as certificates, all that mumbo jumbo stuff included, including a corporate email of your own that you can generate and create. And the beauty is to migrate any websites you have or your clients' websites and offer them free web hosting services as well in return, which is extraordinary, because it's hosted on Google. Google's award-winning cloud platform, so SEO and all that is automatic as well. So thanks again. I wish you all the best. Let's make 2021, right? We're always halfway through 2021. Let's make it the best year ever. I'll do my best to make that happen. Thank you. Take care. Good luck, and I'll talk to you very, very soon.